So what's up, guys? I haven't uploaded in I think over a week. It's been on Tuesday. Will make 2 weeks. I told myself. So I told myself that I would upload every week on Tuesday, no later than Tuesday. And then I don't know what happened, but I'm back working on it again. So I think part of it was I was debating on what I wanted to make the video about. And I think probably an introduction, not like an introduction, but like a little story. So obviously you noticed in the other videos, if you don't already know me or follow me on social media, that in a wheelchair, because I drive like a clown, and wasn't wearing my seatbelt. So, and what I'm about to tell you may not be 100% true. I'm kind of going off of what people have told me, and that we're kind of there. Like Ryan and Robbie and Morgan and Carson. So I want to say it was like a Thursday or something, and I think we left the drag strip or something. I don't know, but we went riding around, and for some odd reason we took a turn from 24 onto Pine Valley, and then from Pine Valley, where the Circle K is, if you take a left onto, I think it's Liberty, it'll take you right back out on Western. Well, on Liberty, there's a S-turn, and it's a 25 mile an hour S-turn. I don't really know what I was thinking. Ryan was in front, I was in the middle, and Carson and Morgan were behind. And for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to pass Ryan on the outside of the turn. I had a 2000 Civic EX. It had a LS with a 57 trim T3 on it. Little HX wheels. And so, of course, when I went around the turn to pass him and I went into boost, it didn't turn. It went straight. And Carson and Morgan were behind me. I guess they said the car went into the ditch, and then it looked like I was going to come back out on the road and save it. But then they saw taillights fly in the air. Robbie was in the car with me. And then, from what I remember, they said the car looked like it flipped like 7 times. And when the car landed, it landed on its roof. And Carson ran up to the car and found Robbie sitting on the roof of the car. And he was like, he couldn't breathe. And then when he looked over, he noticed I wasn't in the car. So he ran around for literally, I guess, a minute, he said. And then he found me face down in the ditch. As he was approaching me, I guess some Marines were running out of their apartment and yelled at him not to flip me over. But it was too late. Carson already flipped me over, and I guess he said I was pale white and wasn't breathing. So he started screaming. I guess, what else are you going to do if you think that you just saw your friend dead? So then, obviously, I got rushed to the hospital. And I want to say somebody said they didn't even take me in the hospital. They took me from the ambulance straight to the helicopter, and then while I was on the helicopter, I guess I woke up and tried to fight the paramedics. So they induced me. They put me in a drug-induced coma. That coma lasted 28 days, and then I got to Greenville, June 22nd, 2007. I got to Greenville, and I guess they took me in the hospital, and from there it was, kind of. I don't really remember anything from being upstairs in ICU and SIU. I just know that they were talking about, I had visitors nonstop. So from leaving Onslow, I guess a bunch of people caravanned up to Greenville, up to Pitt County Memorial. And, they said they could see me at like 8 a.m. or something like that. And then they changed it. So a lot of people like pretty much stayed the night in Greenville until they were able to see me. Obviously I don't know that any of these people or any of my friends knew that I was going to be in the state or condition I was in, but apparently it was pretty bad. Then after I woke up 28 days later, then they got me, doing therapy and stuff. And, I don't really remember much of it. I just remember, I had the best friends in the world always coming to see me and stuff. When I got downstairs, I was in a room that I could see the main entrance to the hospital. So, we were allowed to have visitors from 4 to 9, I think. And, at like 3:30, 3:45 every day, I could look out the window and see, friends coming in, every day. I mean, and if you backtrack, I guess there was a portion, when I was upstairs in ICU that I guess I had so many visitors that the nurses said, you have to make a list. We got to limit how many people are coming up here because, I was in a coma and stuff. So limit how many people are coming to see me. And then there was some drama in that. I don't know. Jessica, she probably knows some details on that. Anyways, back to being downstairs. So I could see, when my friends were getting there. And, hospital visiting hours were from 4 to 9. It's almost like those rules didn't apply to me. People were showing up at 3:30, and there was times we were out in the front lobby at the coffee shop till midnight, just shooting the shit, and there was, one day I was supposed to get out August 15th. Well, August 14th, at 3:30, 3:45, I was starting to, expect to see people coming into the hospital, and I didn't see anybody. And 4 o'clock rolled around, 4:30 rolled around, I didn't see anybody. I was like, this is kind of weird. So I started calling, and people, oh, I gotta work, oh, I can't make it, I gotta do this, I can't make the drive. And at the time, I didn't think about it like, hey, I'm coming home tomorrow, so why drive? And then 5, 6, 7 o'clock rolled around, and by 8 o'clock, nobody had come, and so I asked the nurses, said, hey, can you guys just put me in bed? Because they had to use the Hoyer lift to get me in and out of bed. And I cried myself to sleep. And then the nurses came in, And I had my board on the wall, and I had my leave date and everything on it. And um, they came and erased the date from August 15th and they changed it to August 31st. And I said, "Whoa, what are you guys doing?" And they said, "Well, you were going to leave tomorrow, but we have to change it to the end of the month." And I was like, "Why? I don't want to be here." And they said, "Wes, you can't even get out of bed by yourself." And so, I don't care. I just want to go home. I'm tired of being here. And so I said I wasn't going to cry on camera. So they said, they couldn't let me leave if I couldn't even transfer in and out of bed by myself. So, for the next 2 weeks, I busted ass. Did everything they asked me to, through all my therapy classes. And, on the end of the month, I got to go home. I came home and they were still renovating my house. My ramp wasn't done. So, John and them picked me up, brought me in the house. When I came home, I was in a hospital bed in the living room. I'm sure some of you guys remember coming over and seeing that. And, life was okay. I still cried myself to sleep plenty of times. There was a lot that I had to adapt to and get used to. And I had lots of friends, so people were coming over and hanging out, and then it got to the point that I wanted to go out and hang out and do stuff, and I didn't like waiting on people, and I didn't like bothering people. I don't like bugging anybody, so I eventually got a car. And it's been a journey. Being paralyzed is not really any fun. So, I'm not saying the seatbelt did save me, or I'm not saying the seatbelt would have helped, but more than likely I wouldn't be in the position I'm in if I had my seatbelt on. So wear your seatbelt. Yeah. I'll be making more videos, not necessarily vlog style, but like vlog, that are kind of the videos will have, not how-tos. I'm not a pro. I've been in a wheelchair since 2007, so almost 14 years. I'm not a pro. There's probably a lot of stuff I should be able to do that I can't, because I messed up my spinal cord at T6. I'm T6 Asia B, so right at my sternum. So I'm literally tits and arms at work. That's all I got really. But through my journey, I'm also a single dad. I'm also a parent in a wheelchair. So there's some stuff, with like parenting, and just everyday life, and stuff that I'm willing to talk about or teach you or let you know what my experience and how I deal with things are. If you have a question or anything like that, a lot of bowel and bladder related stuff, or I haven't really ever had a pressure sore, so I can't really tell you much on that. But like getting dressed and like driving and getting in and out of the car, stuff like that. I maybe give you some insight on. Um, and then other stuff, the other videos that I'll have, like because we're in the car, so might be some car videos. Probably gonna be some food videos because I'm fat and tacos are. Um, what else? Maybe just some. We do photography and videography. I got a bunch of cameras. Well, I've got I've got the Mavic 2 Pro. I've got the Osmo Pocket, the Action. We're shooting right now on the Canon EOS R, and I have a Canon XA50. So, I do. I'm definitely a hobbyist in photo and video. I edit with Adobe and stuff like that. So, if you probably don't like this video, but if if you want to see more and whatnot, Chris will be in the videos probably. Maybe some other people. Maybe we'll do some reviews or some unboxings. Also, just random stuff. Maybe some interviews, like friend interviews, like how we met, how we became friends, and why we are where we are. But yeah. So if you like this or like me or want to get to know more about me, like and subscribe. Thanks.